You probably think that when you see a black cat, you are just looking at another ordinary cat. Nothing special, nothing different, just a darker version of what you already know. But what most people don't realize is that black cats have been misunderstood for centuries, and that misunderstanding has shaped the way people see them even today. The truth is, what you feel when you look at a black cat often has nothing to do with the cat itself and everything to do with what you have been taught to believe. And once you understand what is really behind that black fur, your perception will not stay the same. Let's begin. Number 10. Black cats are not a breed, they are a genetic expression. While black cats are widely recognized, what many people don't realize is that they do not belong to a single breed. In fact, the black coat can appear in more than 20 different cat breeds around the world, including Persian, Maine Coon, British Shorthair, and many others. What connects them is not behavior, personality, or origin, but a dominant genetic trait that produces a high concentration of melanin, the pigment responsible for dark coloration. This means that what you are seeing is not a type of cat, but a repeated biological pattern that appears across completely different feline lineages. Number 9. There is only one breed where every cat is truly black. Although many breeds can produce black-coated cats, there is only one breed that is intentionally and consistently black, the Bombay cat. Developed in the United States in the 1950s, this breed was created to resemble a miniature panther with a sleek black coat and striking golden eyes. But what makes them even more fascinating is their behavior. Bombay cats are known to form unusually strong bonds with their owners, often following them from room to room and actively seeking interaction, which makes them feel less distant than most cats, and in some cases, almost dog-like in their attachment. Number 8. Their black color is actually a survival advantage. But this is where it becomes more interesting than appearance alone. That deep black coat is not just visually striking, it serves a purpose. In low-light environments, black cats are significantly harder to detect, both for predators and for prey. This natural camouflage allows them to move more effectively in the dark, increasing their chances of survival. What many people associate with mystery or darkness, in reality is a highly efficient evolutionary adaptation designed for precision and stealth. Number 7. The fear of black cats has historical roots, not biological ones. And this is the part that completely changes the narrative. During the Middle Ages in Europe, black cats became associated with witchcraft and superstition, not because of any real danger, but because they were independent, quiet, and active at night, traits that people at the time found unsettling. As a result, black cats were often persecuted and eliminated. However, this had unintended consequences. With fewer cats to control rodent populations, diseases spread more rapidly, showing that what people feared was actually playing a protective role in their environment. Number 6. Black cats are still treated differently today. But here is something that still happens, even now. In many animal shelters, black cats are adopted less frequently than cats of other colors. They tend to stay longer, get overlooked more often, and sometimes are the last to find homes. This phenomenon is often referred to as black cat syndrome, and it highlights how deeply rooted perception can influence behavior. The cats themselves are no different in temperament or personality, yet they are judged differently based solely on appearance. Number 5. Their fur can change color under certain conditions. What most people don't expect is that black cats are not always completely black. Prolonged exposure to sunlight can break down the pigment in their fur, causing it to take on a brown or reddish tone. But it is not only light that affects this. Diet also plays a role. A deficiency in certain amino acids, particularly tyrosine, can interfere with melanin production, leading to visible changes in coat color. In some cases, what looks like a simple shift in shade can actually be an indicator of nutritional imbalance. Number 4. Their eyes appear more intense because of contrast. And this is where science adds another layer to the story. Some studies suggest that the genetic mutations responsible for black fur may also be linked to increased resistance to certain diseases, including some viral infections. While research is still ongoing, the possibility that these traits offer biological advantages challenges the long-standing perception of black cats as fragile or unlucky, suggesting instead that they may be more resilient than they appear. Number 3. They may have genetic resistance advantages. And this is where science adds another layer to the story. Some studies suggest that the genetic mutations responsible for black fur may also be linked to increased resistance to certain diseases, including some viral infections. While research is still ongoing, the possibility that these traits offer biological advantages challenges the long-standing perception of black cats as fragile or unlucky, suggesting instead that they may be more resilient than they appear. Number 2. The mystery you feel comes from your own perception. What many people interpret as mystery or strangeness is often a result of how the human brain processes visual information. Dark surfaces reveal fewer details, making it harder to distinguish features clearly. As a result, the brain fills in the gaps, sometimes projecting emotion or meaning that is not actually there. The cat has not changed, your perception has, and that subtle difference is enough to completely alter how the animal feels to you. Number 1. The real difference has never been in the cat. After everything, one thing becomes clear. There is nothing inherently unlucky, dangerous, or mysterious about black cats. What exists is a long history of human interpretation layered over something simple and natural. When you remove those layers, what remains is just a cat, one that hears your voice, responds to your presence, and forms connections in the same way any other cat does. The only difference is how you choose to see it. So the next time you see a black cat, pause for a moment. Not because there is something unusual about the cat, but because there might be something you are finally seeing clearly for the first time.